Next week I have an off-road bike packing trip following Pedal's Way. This is a 4,000 to 5,000 year old rover's route which was later reused by the Romans 2,000 years later, and now it's derelict in between a few fields. There's lots of history on this route, so I can't wait to get out there later next week and test out my new Van Nicholas mountain bike. This is a titanium frame bike with oversized 2.8 inch tyres, absolute beast of a bike, front suspension. If you haven't heard of them already, Van Nicholas Cycles set me up with this rebel stroke. They create bespoke titanium frames. The benefits of this mountain bike and why it handles so great, which we'll go through in a little while with all my bags on, it handles brilliantly, is it's actually got really wide hubs which you wouldn't think make a difference, but they actually do. They're about ½ an inch wider than most standard hubs, just to cater for extra large tyres. You can also set this up as a 29-inch wheel set, so it's got multiple uses both on and off the track. I've been after one of these bikes for the last 3 years since I first saw it, so I'm so happy to get my hands on it. Later on I'll be taking you through all the gear, equipment and bags I have on this, ready for Pedal's Way off-road bike packing trip next week. I can't wait. It's warming up in the weather. It was -4 last night, down to -3 again tonight, so this is going to be a good test for my 0 degrees Celsius sleeping bag, isn't it? So let's hit the track now, run over some old dead trees and see what it handles like. Take a look now at the bike itself in more detail, closer up, and then I'll go through what kit and equipment I'm going to use on this trip. So a few specs on this bike. The main frame itself is actually made out of a aerospace grade titanium AL-2.5V. No idea what that means, but they seem to make it worthwhile. They know better than I do about what materials to use and where. The setup is a SRAM XX1 one-boy setup. This has an extremely big tooth at the back there, equivalent to my hand roughly, and that should get me up most hills. Front sprocket has a 32 teeth one-boy drive chain. Absolutely beautiful setup. It's got a very nice long derailleur hanger there, which should accommodate majority of sprockets that you wish to put on. As I say, the frame, it's got really unique style to it, really lightweight. I'll just clean this logo so you can actually see what it's called. That's their maker's name, is Van Nicholas, and the model of the bike is the Revelstoke. Absolutely beautiful bit of kit. I'm not quite used to wide bars like this, but it is getting used to it, and it's a lot easier on my back rather than sitting on a road bike. For the front forks we have a lockout system from RockShox. That is a really good system. The wheels, they have an extra wide hub, more durable, stronger, and a lot more comfy when you're on hard trails or gravel or anything like that. It features through axle lockouts, both front and rear, and the rims on this are extra wide, sitting at 27.5 inches. For tyres, at the moment I'm using Swalby Rocket Runs, and these are tubeless ready tyres. The tyres measure in at 2.8 inches wide. Absolutely astonishing off-road capabilities. Then again, you could always opt to put 29-inch wheels on these for a fast and comfortable cross-country bike. The seat is a Physic Tundra 2. I have no issue so far with this. It does feel rock solid, but no issue so far. The bags, they're just old bags that were chucked on. So now what I'll do, quick look at the brakes. SRAM hydraulic setup, which features a nice brake setup at the top. Very nice and small, so you're not constantly hitting your end of your handlebars when you're stuck into the dirt. The RockShox lockout switch is just here. Click it in one, and then you have active suspension. Take it off, and then it's locked out. If you choose to have the active suspension working, you'll have a nice soft ride over any bumps or anything, or tree roots that you may encounter. But at the moment I'm finding it a lot better with the lockout on, so you have a lot more control and durability over the front end. But that does mean you can slip out with the front end if you're really throwing it around in corners. So that's the Van Nicholas Rebel Stoke bicycle. Absolute beast, isn't it? I'm chuffed to get my hands on this. Massive shout out to the guys over at Van Nicholas. So there's a quick overlook of my bike I'm going to be using next week for the Pedals Way bikepacking trip. Let's take a quick look now through the gear and get yeah, I think I might set up now while it's daylight rather than waiting for it to be dark to set up my camp. Right, so let's take a quick look at the gear I brought with me that I'm going to be using next week. First up is my good old trusty Snugpack Stratosphere bivvy tent. This is like a bivvy bag, effectively a giant bin liner for your sleeping bag with a hood, so you remain nice and warm and toasty, away from the bugs, insects, rats, spiders, snakes and other critters. Whatever you want, you stay away from that in this little thing. It's quite bulky for a bivvy bag, but with a hoop compartment and mosquito netting that goes with it around you to keep ventilated, this is an ideal setup whether you're just on an overnight trip or a week-long tour. That's what I normally take with me, along with a tarp. The tarp I've got to go with that is in my rucksack. It wouldn't fit on the bike somehow. Actually, I could get it in the frame bag, but I keep that for food, mainly in the frame bag. The rucksack I use for cycling now is a ProViz Reflect 360 design. It's 20 litre capacity, comes with a couple of pockets at the bottom, mesh reinforced stretchy outer pockets, and lots of straps all round. All of this is reflective, just the same as my ProViz arm and leg warmers that I wear. Opening it up, you can see there's a pocket at the front. It's where I have my phone and everything. My phone is actually in this, you can't read it anymore, but it's a thicker scat phone case. This has a good lock seal inside and Velcro, double the protection. In here I've got my phone, keys, lighter, Olight head torch. I always like that. You just press it once and it's on, hold it, press and hold it, and it gets brighter and brighter. I love that. That just sits in my pocket there. In the main compartment of this, first out you have my waterproof jacket, just a cheap one off eBay, an on guard padlock. One thing that just fell out is 4 tent pegs, well 5 in this case, just for the Stratosphere bivvy tent in case it's windy. I'll peg it out before I'm putting anything heavy in to hold it down. Dry bags, you can get multiple sizes dry bags. This is purely if my clothes are wet. I can put my wet clothes in here and then chuck it in my tent as well with me. There's quite a bit in the head in the Stratosphere bivvy. It's always a great tip to carry 2 or 3 dry bags with you, not as big as this, but any will be better than none, purely so when you get soaking wet you have somewhere nice and dry to put your clothes. It's not going to affect your sleeping area when you're sleeping in a bivvy bag or anything like that. Paracord for, you guessed it, a little tarp. This is a pocket sized tarp. This one's called a Snugpack Stasher. This is a G2 or 2nd generation version with more reinforced tie up and guy out points. I really like that. As it says on the front here, it's a pocket sized shelter. Absolutely brilliant and fits in this bag lovely and doesn't weigh much. Another dry bag here, just a little 4 litre bag. In here we have some Coolmax base layers. These are purely for sleeping in. It's always best to sleep in a nuddy, in the nude as it were, but it's the depth of winter, getting on for spring here, so -4 temperatures. I'm definitely taking them. What else is in there? Nothing much, just one other thing. A little merino wool hat. This works really well when you're sleeping at night. It just traps that extra little bit of warmth. These do a brilliant job of trapping lots of warmth around your head. Keep your ears warm, neck warm and that sort of thing. They normally have a little snood that comes up out the same material, merino wool again. In a moment you're actually going to see my merino wool socks. They're absolutely gorgeous. I do suffer from cold feet syndrome quite often when I'm camping, especially in the mornings just before sunrise when nature's at its peak coldest moments. So let's get everything back in here and then go through my sleeping bag and everything that's in my other packs. Right, so for the tail pack I've got a rear light on there and a nice little magnetic reflective thing I got from Halfords, just something to aid people's visibility of me when I'm cycling at night time. In the back, first thing out, merino wool socks. I would just like to point out that in this rear pack, this is all my sleeping equipment. The front pack is all sleeping equipment. Haven't got any cooking equipment on this trip. There's loads of shops and garages along the way, off the beaten track, so I don't really have to cook up any fresh water or anything like that. Merino wool socks, as I said, absolutely brilliant. I'm going to put them in my pocket just so I don't drop them on the floor. Out next, OEX Traverse IMX mat, in other words a micro sleeper mat. This is a full size mat. I've used this for the last 2 or 3 years, absolutely awesome. Inside here, I'm not going to get it out. Snug Pack Tactical 2 sleeping bag, rated down to 0 degrees. This is a brilliant bag, and the reason why I'm not going to get it out is because it's a pain in the backside to fit inside a little 8 litre pack like this. The tactical range of sleeping bags from Snug Pack actually feature a fleece liner inside, which is soft to the touch. But most importantly, it gets you pretty much instantly warm as soon as you get in it. Just have a little jump about before you ever get in your shelter or your sleeping bags or your tent at night. Not so you're sweating, just so you're expelling warm air and warmth a little bit. So then when you get in your sleeping bag or your duvet cover at night, it'll warm up and not just leave you feeling like you've got a cold sleeping bag wrapped around you. It's always warm up before you get in your sleeping bag, you know, do some star jumps and fast movements. And speaking of fast movements, the final thing I'd like to go through is just a couple of spares. In here I have pump, a couple of tyre levers, spare inner tube at the front, spare light, couple of slime scab patches, multi-tool, and a spare, well, a third tyre lever. That's all I have in there. I'm going to get one more inner tube when Halfords has them in stock ready for next week. We're going to be looking at the history, people and places around Pedars Way and what made it such a significant Roman route. So make sure you've clicked that bell notification icon next to my subscribe button for updates. If you really can't wait and you're feeling impatient, you can always click a video down that side of the screen. My name's Hippie Swift. Till next time, stay safe and I hope you find peace on your bike.